Hey everyone, and welcome to my DMC4 Special Edition Dante Must Die S-Rank walkthrough. We are in mission 15, we are playing with Trish, and this is a really hard mission. You can kill I never remember the name, the Guardian or whatever it's named, to get more red orbs actually. Now, this level is difficult because it has two blitzes, and this is the first one. Luckily, the first one is really close to the beginning of the level. Now, what you should do with the blitz is exactly what I did in chapter 12, was it? Or 13? You have to wait. Yeah, you can actually do it. You can double jump, and like when he's not watching you, or when he's shooting that lightning attack, you can actually get him with the revenge with Pandora from the air, even double jumping and doing back, forward, R1 and square. But the thing is, you have to have 4 devil trigger slots, and then as you can see, I had to build my devil trigger slots first. So see, when he does that attack that just spawns where I was, I shoot my first Pandora, and then I attack him with this, see? I shoot my second one, there we go, that should get him to red lightning, and now I have to survive. Now this will take care of the first one, and the second one is a little more difficult, because the chances of survival are less probable, because you are in a little room that's much smaller than this one. So that's the only thing that makes the second one difficult. And of course, the limitation of me having to go through the whole level without continues or items it makes this even more difficult. Now, this is a long mission, and since I'm basically outlining the very difficult parts of it, I'm going to speak about some news in the gaming industry that have kind of bothered me a little. Now, the first one is that they announced the Deus Ex Mankind Divided pre-order, and it's actually, this is probably the worst pre-order in history. This is the worst. Yeah, this is the worst pre-order up until this point. I don't want to say in history, because we're probably going to have a worse one. But basically, the new pre-order makes it so it kind of looks like I was going to say early access, and it's not early access. Kickstarter. That's what I want to say. Kickstarter. It looks like a Kickstarter because basically you have tiers, and tiers depend on players. If a lot of people, I don't know exactly how much, I'm sure there is the information of how much people can unlock tiers, but basically the first tier is just some alternate looks for Shenzhen, and the second tier is I think it was something else. I don't think it was the mission. No, it was something else, something stupid. The third tier was the mission, I think, and the fourth tier is the most, I want to say, depraved options. I can't find the word right now, because it's really fucking obscene what Square Enix is doing, and it just make me sad that they're using Deus Ex. They're using a game that is on my top 10 games of all times. I mean, a franchise at least, to do this fucking schemy fucking shit that nobody likes. And the saddest part of this whole thing is that they're probably going to unlock all tiers. I mean, how much reach can we have? I mean, all major sites in the internet are highly criticizing Square Enix right now, and as I've seen, all major forums again are really against the idea of this pre-order. But what the fuck ever, because when we get to the fucking release date, that's tier 4, by the way. I just randomly start talking about something else. Tier 4, let me explain this first. Tier 4 is 4 days prior to the release date. I mean, the game has already a release date. If I'm not mistaken, the 28th of February. But if you pre-order it, and enough people pre-order it, and you actually get to the tier 4 of pre-orders, the game is moved up to the 24th. So 4 days difference. Let's just count this fucking shit up. 4 days before the actual release date. It means fucking nothing, right? An extra level, that means that they actually developed a new level and they cut it up from the game. Alternate looks, that really makes me remember the horse armor. It always makes me remember about the horse armor from Oblivion. And there was another fucking shit. Oh my god, just don't remember. Let me look it up. Just give me a second, because this is really bothering me, and I don't remember. Let's see. Here we are. I don't remember tier 3. So yeah, tier 1 is the 3 alternate looks. Tier 2 is actually some kind of music or table link, something like that. I mean, it looks like some kind of like music player. I don't know if it's integrated into the game or actually fucking shit. Tier 3 is the extra mission in the game. That's really fucked up. Tier 4 is another fucking random shit. I think this is a digital 48 art book, 48 pages, yeah. So tier 4 is the 48 pages. It's all digital, by the way, guys. And tier 5 is 4 days early release. And on top of that, you can actually buy the collector's edition, which is totally separate and brings everything that I've named, and a statue and the soundtrack and a steelbook. So they're really trying to fucking sell this game like fucking pieces of shit. Like, this is really bothering me. This is really bothering me because they are doing it with a game that I loved. I loved Deus Ex. We're just not going to name the other Deus Ex that I don't love or wish to play ever again. And I loved Human Revolution. And I don't know what to think about this game, guys, because to be honest, I wasn't expecting to be released this early in the year. It's actually the 26th, by the way. I was mistaken. 26th of February. If we get to tier 5, it's not going to be the 26th, by the way. But let's just count. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's just count the 26th. I really hope people are not pre-ordering this fucking shit. I'm not following. I'm not saying don't buy the game, because I want to think that the game is great. I want to think that the game had a lot of time to become an awesome sequel to Human Revolution. I really want to think that, because at this point I'm thinking this is rather quick. But if they actually began development in this sequel right after Human Revolution ended, it might be okay. So I'm not gonna judge the game itself, but the scheming of Square Enix for this pre-order, it has to be the worst pre-order in history up until this point, right? We don't forget that this always gets worse, because that's the thing. This always gets fucking worse. This doesn't get better. We have very little companies that are aware that we don't like these things, but like CD Projekt, but they actually, it's like what I said at the beginning of this game, of this video, is like they know it's fucking schemy, they know this is going to anger a lot of players, but they also know that they're probably going to get to tier 5. They're going to get the fucking extra money. So just why not do it, like in the fucking commercial thinking? Like they know they're gonna get it. It's really likely that they're going to get it, because I don't think gamers truly respect themselves. I mean, they just throw money, like that fucking horrible piece of shit meme that says something about throwing money to a screen, something like that. Like, take my money, whatever, when they see something. This fucking hype machine, right? I just can't understand it. I can't. I grew up in another industry. When I was a kid, we never had hype. Like, we played games when they released, and we didn't even got DLC. I mean, we got expansions. They were called actually expansions because there wasn't a fucking piece of little costume or a vehicle or something like the fucking thing that they sell you right now. They were usually called expansions, and there were a lot of content in the expansions, like 20 plus hours of new content if the game was huge, like an RPG or something. Those were the games that got expansions. Like, you didn't got expansions on a game that was action based or stealth based, right? But now we got this DLC machine that's already won, that already triumphed. Nobody likes it. It seems that nobody likes it, but they keep releasing DLC, so the DLC actually sells. It sells really good. So nobody likes the pre-order machine, because we all know what happened to Batman, and I can still say Batman is still not released for the PC. We are on 1st of September and Batman Arkham Knight is still not released on PC. And I'm going to say it like this because I don't care the people who already bought it. They bought a piece of shit version that should have never got released. So I'm just going to continue to say it like this. The game is still not released. The level of disrespect that this company has for PC ports is outstanding. I mean, I just want to see what the fuck happens with Metal Gear, because I am already thinking that they're gonna do something weird with Metal Gear, right? We already know it has microtransactions. They fucking ruined the FOB system. Did you know that they fucking ruined the FOB system? Well, I'm going to tell you, they fucking ruined the FOB system. Remember that fucking great idea that got me real thrilled for this part of the multiplayer, that supposedly lets you have your own base, your own outer haven base, and you can actually invade other players in other bases and like steal shit or whatever the objective is in the other bases. Well, you can actually only expand your mother base and I mean expanded, like we have seen in gameplay of the Gamescom and PAX. We can only expand the mother base if we pay real money for it. Let me reiterate this. Sorry for fucking stuttering. You can't expand your mother base by playing the game. There is no system integrated into the game that lets you expand your structural mother base. Yes, it lets you expand your different science, R&B, weapons development, all those fucking shit that Peace Walker already had, yes. But the structural system, the expansion of the mother base structural parts themselves, you can't make it bigger without paying money. Yes, that's correct. Yes, this is how you're hearing, because when I first heard it, I couldn't believe it, because it was unconfirmed. It was believed that you could actually do the same thing by just playing the game a lot, right? Because that's how pay to win works, right? You pay to win only to win at the beginning, right? But if you put a lot of hours into a game, then you can also get the same things that people paid for. This is not true with this latest Konami title, it seems, because Hideo Kojima is not fucking credited in, at least in the fucking box. You have to pay money. You have to fucking pay money to expand your mother base, and I'm not sure as of this now. I'm going to talk about this later when I actually play it and I actually generate my own complaint or opinion, let's say, about this fucking thing. But if this affects the invasion, if this gives players who actually expand their mother base by paying money better chances to win in the invasion system, that was actually so pretty. It was such a fucking good idea, actually. I really liked it, and they showed a little gameplay of it, and it looks really cool. But if a player gets an advantage by paying, and you actually can get that advantage by spending hours into the game, because there is no way for you to win the necessary points to expand without paying for it, then the mode is fucked. Remember, we don't get Metal Gear Online. We're going to get it next month, and the people who bought the PC version of the game, they're going to get it next year. So that's just two news. I woke up today, I just finished reading the news about Deus Ex, and I just found out about this. This fucking blows my fucking mind. These publishers ruined in the franchise. I mean, I'm sure Metal Gear Phantom Pain, oh, you can play it offline, and that's actually the meat of it. That's actually what everyone cares about: the story, the gameplay. And I've heard this really amazing, and I'm sure it is, and I'm going to have my own opinion of it when I finish it. But I just had high hopes for the FOV system, and this is really fucked up. This is really fucked up. So that's the end of the rant, until I do a kind of what's wrong with Metal Gear Phantom Pain, which is probably going to happen, and I do my kind of review there. So as you can see, the Toad, I wasted a lot of time with the Toad because of the fucking chicks that goes around, and I can't really damage them high enough. So this was mission 15, and we'll see each other in the next mission. Take care.